and all is slightly more right with the world. As much as I am enjoying the cooler weather, the days are getting noticeably shorter. It is 7 o'clock and the sun is just coming up. This is the best tasting coffee I have had in weeks, so I am splurging and having a third cup since I'm camped right behind the cache and I can actually do stuff like that. I am a little bit conflicted out here because I really enjoy being out. I really love being in the desert. I was really looking forward to walking across Utah, and my feet are really hurting. So I'm going to take ibuprofen and hope they just adjust after a couple of days. I don't expect the pain's going to go away completely just because, you know, whatever I did in Colorado Springs, Denver is going to take a while to recover. But I've made it, you know, hundreds of miles since then, so I should be able to, you know, grin and bear it, I guess. Okay, I have been delaying getting out of the tent because I'm trying to finish the back to trail video, but I think that is my call to get the heck back on trail. A little better views in the daylight. It is getting pretty. I am going to be in Canyonlands in another day or two. I was just explaining to Mom yesterday on the drive in how I really love this kind of desert scrub pine terrain. Okay. Other than my feet, these are pretty much the best conditions I could ask for. Temperatures are good. If anything, it could be a little colder just to make my sleeping bag feel nicer at night, but I'll take 40s to 60s anytime. Honestly, I am carrying a little too much food. It's hard when I go into something like the Canyon City Walmart and every snack I want is there. I was able to do like cheese, you know, turkey sticks, all the things. And with everything that's happened, it's kind of difficult to judge food. So next carry, I'll slim it down a little. I also have a gallon of water on my back. The next cache is 20 miles away, though there is a possibility for water a little bit before that. Oh man, this is another one of those sections where there's a road alternate. I could have stayed down by the Colorado and not had much in the way of gain, but sections like this end up being the prettiest and the most memorable for me often. I just try not to look at the map too much because I'm going to spend most of today wiggling back and forth. If I'd been a little earlier, I might have come up here just for the morning view. Man. Still some snow in the high country. There are parts of this where I'd be like, oh yeah, the Jeep, this would be fun to do. And then I get onto a section like this and it's like, yeah, no way. I can't afford it if I break a Jeep like I would do if I tried to come down this. First people I've seen since yesterday. Well, I found somebody else's water cache. Not sure who, since doesn't seem to be a lot of traffic back here, but I have started seeing more bike and footprints. Okay, next cache. Yeah, thank you, Bob. So I actually still had a liter of water left because I'm being so cautious with the caches. Plenty of water here, and the next one's only 15 miles away, though there is some significant up. But it is a little before 6:30, and my feet have just been killing me all day. I'm hoping it's just kind of similar to when I came back after I got sick in Colorado Springs, and they adjust to get at least not as bad. That's at least what I'm telling myself. They don't feel too bad at the moment, but that's because I took 3 ibuprofen a little while ago, and I don't normally take that unless things are bad. But is what it is. Either gets better or I have to come up with something. You know? As it turns out, there is an established campsite here right by the cache, so I'm just gonna set up here for the night. It's starting to get chilly, and that way I can have all the coffee I want in the morning. Followed a foot trail. Not quite as spectacular as that earlier view, but not too shabby. Makes me wish Jen was here with me to enjoy this. And welcome to Home Sweet Home tonight. Hardest thing about setting up the tent out here is half the time I can't get stakes to go down very far. I can use rocks inside the strings there, but if there's too much movement, that can actually saw through the string. So another slightly painful day, but I have really been enjoying the views. Funny thing is I'm actually kind of wary of them just because on the CDT I got really excited a couple of times when it got pretty down in New Mexico, and I'm like, oh, if it is like this for the remainder, that is going to be so nice. And it wasn't. I mean, I love New Mexico on the CDT, and there were good sections like Winston that were the same for a while, but yeah, a couple of times I got to really spectacular views, nice trail, and then yeah, that all ended. So we'll see what's ahead. Home sweet home.